Alright, so trash cans over here. Alright, so you're going to just put the letter and then corresponding landform. What is it? Okay. After the time is up, we'll rotate clockwise. So if you're at the board, you'll go to station 2. That is erosion prevention. So knowing everything we know about erosion, you will be having a pie pan. Inside that pie pan, just a little clump of sand. Alright? Using only the things in that cup. There's popsicle sticks, there's paper clips, there's rocks, and I believe there's toothpicks. And maybe paper, that's the paper clips. Alright, take those, using just those materials. Make you a structure, make you something to prevent that erosion. Because what you're going to do, you're going to take that beaker, fill it with 200 milliliters of water, and you're going to pour it on top. Right? And you don't want your sand to erode away. So together come up with something to prevent the erosion of that sand. Alright? Right here, vocabulary flashcards. If you look on the term, there's a number on the term. Okay? If you look on the definition, there's a letter. In your lab journal, you're going to put station 3, vocab flashcards, match the correct letter with the correct number. Correct matching. Alright, make sure we understand these vocabulary terms. Then you get to the erosion tables. Here's where it gets a little more in depth. Alright? I'm going to be the siphon guy, just to prevent, people having their mouth on the hose and stuff like that. I'm going to be the guy that siphons out the water. Okay, so, in this station, you are strictly looking at the amount of water in regards to erosion. You with me? Alright, so your slope stays the same. It's set at the slope already. You don't need to touch it from the other classes. It's set at the slope. Okay? It's a 7 centimeter slope. So all you're doing at this station is amount of water. Trial 1, 500 milliliters. Okay? Trial 2, 1,000. Trial 3, 1,500. If you look at every station, there are orange task cards. Alright? There's a task card at every station. So you don't have to keep asking me, Coach, what do we do? How much now? Look at the task card. It tells you step-by-step procedures at each one. Alright, now, so we'll pour our 500 milliliters of water into the bucket. Alright, we're good. Coach, we ready? I'm siphoning. Okay, I'm a siphon. Now, that's all I'm doing. I'm siphoning, I'm handing it off to you, and I'm bouncing around the group to group, make sure we're okay, we're doing the right things. Alright? So I'll just siphon like this. And we'll let gravity take over. Then I'm going to hand it off to you, so you grab it. You grab it. Okay, and you hold it right at the edge of that table so we can observe some type of erosion. Okay? And again, previous classes, make sure you write these observations down. Okay, we're going to have a lot of time. This will be a 2-part lab, 2-day lab. Alright, because I don't want to rush anything. So once it all goes its course and it runs through, alright, we're done. Put the hose back in. One person take the beaker, go get the next amount of water. One person starts the draining, or we have a bigger class so multiple people can start the draining process. I want as little sand as possible falling out of this table. Alright? So what we do, there's a white piece of paper. If you look at it, there's a white little piece of vinyl. Pull it back. Pull it back, get all the sand back to where it came from, and there's a little piece of modeling clay in that hole. Just pull it. And then you have the draining process. Okay? Nice and easy. There will be a little bit of sand at the hole. Just kind of scoop it out the way. Scoop it out the way. We want to lose as little sand as possible so we can keep reusing it and keep reusing it. Now, some sand will fall. It's okay. It's alright. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, but once everything's drained, my person should by this time already have the next batch of water ready to go. Boom. We plug it back up. Make sure it's plugged well. Some of the other classes hadn't plugged it so well and it starts spilling. Plug it back up. Smooth it back out. Alright. Don't be afraid to use your hands. That's why we're right by the sink. I have paper towels and everything. Pack it back. Boom. We're ready to go. Just like that. Okay. A little time wasted. We're ready to go. Over here at station 5, you're looking at the effects of the slope. Alright. Now right here, your amount of water stays the same. 1,000 milliliters every trial. 1,000. What's going to change is the slope. Right? So you have rulers. You have books of various sizes. Okay, you measure out, the first one is 3 centimeter slope, second one is 6, third is 10. So you measure out the slope, and then see how slope affects runoff and erosion. Okay, and of course again, we're rotating clockwise around the room. Yes? Any questions? Any questions? See the task card at each station. Okay, the task card tells you exactly what to do. We're going to go 10 minutes per station. Alright, I think that'll be plenty of time to get our free trials in. You guys, obviously over here and at the board, are going to finish before everybody else, naturally. because you're doing identification and flashcards. Keep repping it. Keep repping it. All right. Make sure you understand these terms and landforms. All right. Here we go. You may begin. Yes, you do. Go. And look, feel free to either come up to the sink and get water. By all means, come up and do it. Yeah, like there we go. When you are ready, let me know. I will come and siphon for you guys. Yes, yeah. Everything. You can use everything in that cup if you want. All right. Just make sure we, discuss a little bit. Do you have to use everything? No, but you have those materials available to you. Ready? This lab will get a little messy.
I want to use the toothpicks to hold these.
I
I don't know if it's a hold. And
Probably could.
Our runoff take place. Make sure that slope is okay. Check your slope. Yeah, pour into the bucket. Yeah. Check your slope though. Make sure your slope is at 31. That's good. And then there's a ruler here, so you want to be at 20.
One eye is
You want to be at 20 centimeters above the ground. Just right there. You want to slowly pour. Whenever you get there, you're going to tell me how the water flows. Yes. Alright, tell me how the water flows. Tell me how the centimeter and how it settles. For both How do we do slope? Okay. What's the first slope? 3 centimeters.
so. How does the water do this much straight down?
Is that 3
Millimeters.
Alright,
What's the U? What you said?
no, it's a number.
Alright, so we gotta do something about it, right? Let's see if one of these books can help us out.
Eroded it as the water.
Two of these books are good. So let's do this. We just want to make a swap. Alright. Take this book out. We'll grab 2 of these skinny white ones. We'll just do that. That satisfies our 3. Make sure our thing's hanging off the edge. When we drain it, everything's good. Y'all ready to go? Make sure the bottom of the hose stays at the bottom of the bucket because it will. Yeah, no, that's okay. It's gonna stay. Right. You don't hold it. Hold it and observe. Now tell me how the water flows. What does the sand do in terms of erosion, and what does the sand do in terms of deposition at the bottom? Keep an eye on your clock too, periodically, guys. You guys got a little time. You're good. Let it all run out. Let it all run out. Alright, looks like you can put something so you can just pop it back up. Like that in the bucket. Okay. And then one person start getting the next slope ready, water ready, and then start draining. So just pull this back, pull the plug. There might be water still. Yeah. So you want to get rid of all the extra water. That way you have exactly 1,000 at each time. There you go. Pull that little paper back so no sand gets in there. A little bit. Somewhere. Are those numbers? On the back. On to the next. The second slope should be 6, if I'm not mistaken. Are we saying you guys ready? Here we go. So we should be at how much water?
Clean up and begin.
You guys probably.
And put the sand back into the hole. So you gotta put it back in. Let's answer the question.
You guys.
Alright, what's the question? Walls. And
Yes, guys, be sure we jot down those observations after each trial. You want to make sure you jot down what you see. Drain it as best you can. No, the table is yeah. Not too big, not too big. For sure. No class has got a table station. I'm guessing we'll have to be in 2.
Wait, so I'm not gonna get 2 triple on the deposit. It's alright. It's spread all over. I feel good. 6 inches. Let's just add 2 more bullets.
The amount of water is for, yes. Good. Plug that from the inside. Plug it up from the outside. Water's good? Yep. Alright, here we go. Grab it. Once the flow is going, gravity just continues to flow that. But it has to be lower. It has to be lower than the water source.
Is it? No.
If it does, if you see it start to come over the top, just pull the plug and let it drain out a bit. Especially when you get to that one. When you get to 1,500 milliliters of water, it's possible it could overflow. Like you guys, in your 1,500, it's possible it could get close to overflowing. Just pull the plug if you need to. Right? You guys at station 2, make sure after everything's done, you pile it back up. Like, get it back in there. You use a popsicle stick to stick it back in there. Yeah. About 1:30, folks. Sorry. You guys all on it all.
Okay. Bring it from around.
And make your count. Yeah.
That's it.
Alright, now 1500, right? This is going to be the one that it's going to push it. It's going to push the limit of overflowing. So if you see it start to get close, just pull the plug. Alright? Ready? 1500. Here you go. We'll extend. There you go. Alright.
A lot faster. A lot.
These guys are on their last trial, so just let them finish up and we'll move. Alright?
This is watch one which doesn't How much is that? Really quick.
Time it takes to be a little different at these things. We'll finish our observation.
Good pushing down.
That's it.
Just scratch the lines right there.
Maybe another one like this. What is this? What's the measurement? About 5?
Yeah.
One more like this. Grab those two. One more like this. Do it. There we go. Alrighty.
The last one.
Plug.
I'm gonna overflow this
There
one.
we go.
Might overflow this one.
If it starts to get close, just put the plug on it. Ready to go. Alright. Keep an eye on erosion of the sand and the way it deposits.
You can go around it.
Last shot. You guys in here? Go there. Go there.
There's like destroyed that little piece right there.
Alright, go ahead and rotate, guys. Go ahead and rotate.
I'll sit here.
So pass up and do it earlier.
Yes.
Alright, should be at our next stations. Here we go. And clock on. Sorry, reset. Alright, you guys, I'm going to cut the landforms.
You should have left them all.
Okay, you guys using this stuff, you're good. Make the structure to prevent it from eroding. You guys understand what you're doing? How do you organize it?
How many orders?
Oh, there's 9. There's 9 terms. So you're going to match 9 in I. The terms have numbers, the definitions have letters, so you match the number with the letter. Alright, so it stays the same thing. Only thing changes here is
I'd say build like a perimeter or something.
after this trial,
Build like some for now, we don't have that many.
They have paper clips, toothpaste.
It's like yeah, I
Spread
put
out
the
three
sticks
times.
in there.
And then like have like these prop up
hey, once it runs out, just hit it again.
That's what I do.
It's like a smaller whatever that leads into a larger.
Describe what? Describe what? Alright, so, okay, what did you see?
C is a meander.
A is a waterfall.
That's a perfect observation. I saw this in class 7.
F is a joker.
C is the ox.
Feel free. You can walk down. Fair enough.
F is a delta.
Because that's a basketball game. Right. So we move this. Not on Tuesday, December 1st. Right, ready? On two? Should be 1,000. 1,000, so we're ready to go. 1,000. There is no right or wrong in terms of observation. What you looking at? How did that whole get this? Just the smooth.